What goes on, everybody? How we doing? How's everyone?
Good, good, good.
Great to hear. Amazing. Fill up here. You're in cells. All right. Well, you should be in profits if you're in cells, because it doesn't matter where you are. The market's at the lowest selling point in this candle. So daily closed bullish, but no top wick. We expect top wick on today's candle, which we already got, and a drive down. Doesn't mean it's going to stay down, but we're getting that initial push down, which is what's expected. And after this, it's anyone's ball game. Where did we form that resistance? Let's mark that off. The 4 hour that closed out the day today closed with no top wick, so this one's coming down. Okay. Pretty decent onion over here on the top. Huh, interesting. There's no top wick there. I don't think I would have gotten in. We have this most recent level that we're getting to right now. The level down here. So this range is pretty clean, right? I think if we're able to come down here, we'll look for a buy limit off this area. A little tough here. We're going to need a steeper wick. How big is that stop? 80 pips. So if it drops another 160 pips, which it probably won't do, it's not likely to do in a split moment. We will have a pancake here at this area, multiple instances, multiple time frames, good level. Right, bullish day. Doesn't break the bottom of the previous daily low, so pretty decent. For now, play together. No more people at the Zoom door. Yeah, I just turned the game on, right? The college football.
Haynes,
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
watching as well. Big time Kings fan since I was a kid, man.
Yeah. You. So, yeah, I mean, they've taken on better teams. They've won, and they look like the better team for most of the playoffs. So, for most of the last half of the year, they look really good. You're so close to a max payout. Okay, it's my type of payout. If we're able to have a steep push down here and a closure on the hourly, we might look for a top wick entry here once the next hour begins. We'll see how this goes right now. This needs to close. I want to see how steep this push is. Give me a second. I'll run to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back. Let's get a little intro going.
This is a story about life, about struggle, about success. Not just mine, but yours too. Because whether you see it now or not, we're all trading something every single day. Time, energy, choices. That's life. That's trading. I wasn't always here. I wasn't always the guy you see on your screen. I started out just like most people. Uncertain, broke, doubting the system, doubting myself. But one thing kept me going. The belief that life's biggest opportunities aren't given. They're taken. And I took mine. See, trading isn't just about charts, candles, or currencies. It's about discipline, patience, and the courage to bet on yourself. It's about understanding that every loss is a lesson and every win is a stepping stone. It's about the grind, the sleepless nights, the early mornings, and that voice in your head telling you to keep going when the rest of the world says stop. But let me tell you something. This journey didn't start with success. It started with failure. More failures than I can count. I remember sitting in front of my screen, watching the markets eat me alive, thinking maybe this isn't for me. But deep down, I knew it wasn't about the markets. It was about me. My mindset, my choices, my willingness to adapt, to learn, and to grow. The truth is, trading is a mirror. It shows you who you really are. It forces you to face your fears, your doubts, and your limits. But it also shows you your potential if you're brave enough to see it. I'm here now because I refuse to quit, because I learned to see every loss as a stepping stone, every setback as a setup for a comeback. And if there's one thing I want you to take away from this, it's this. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be persistent. Success isn't about getting it right all the time. It's about staying in the game long enough to win. This isn't just a stream. This is a movement. A space where we don't just talk about markets. We talk about life, about growth, about becoming the best version of yourself, not just as a trader, but as a person. Because the truth is, the charts don't care about you, but this community does. I do. And together, we're gonna rise. So, take a deep breath, clear your mind, and get ready. This is where traders are made. This is where dreams are built. And this is where your story begins. Let's get it.
Yo, Wix. Yo, Wix.
I get it. Yeah, I was muted. Sorry. What's up?
You should have an intro where you're like, hey now, this is where dreams are made of.
Why?
I'm just
Well,
kidding. I'm just giving you shit.
Where's that from? I don't even know that song.
Dude, I can't even remember where it's from either, but I remember it enough because I have a little sister.
No, I need visuals for the intro. What it is?
Is it Lizzie?
No clue. I need 7
Oh, High School
USDT.
Musical. That's where it's from. Lizzie, my girl.
Motivational speech. Awesome. Thank you. It made me cry. Literally thought I was listening to my story. So amazing.
No,
Thank you.
not High School. I'm
Nice.
dead reading these chats.
W, I'm glad you guys enjoyed the intro. I worked on that for a while before I did it, but I recorded it really quickly. Took me like 2 attempts to record that.
You know, I think it's great. I'm always so terrible with that stuff, though. It'll be like take 100 until I get it right.
Yeah, my first videos, anything that I used to post initially, like a few years back, I used to take like a bunch of takes. Now it's just kind of natural.
Did you write any of that stuff down?
I wrote all of it down.
Oh, okay.
That
Yeah,
wasn't
no, that's great.
wasn't
Yeah,
off
I
the
was like,
dome. I read that.
Off the dome.
Rewind to the intro. No, you got to rewind to like 3 minutes ago when I was in the bathroom. We're closing here. 90 seconds, 80 seconds here till the hourly closes. there is a chance we fake out, but I believe we're going to need a bottom wick. And if we're going to come up here, open up with a top wick, we might have some sell limits. Unless this closes with no bottom wick, and then like, fuck off. Damn, I don't know which wick we can use there, because we could get a wick as high as here. I don't think we'll risk too much here. Okay, gang. Okay, well, never mind. I was going to say we're going to have a limit off this area, but this closed all the way up here, and like this would have been great. This was the limit I was looking for. I wanted a closure up here so we have time for that top wick. Okay. Well, hopefully this bottom wick can bring us back up here. We can come up, grab orders. Good structure, right? Resistance, support, fill the range, resistance, support. Oh, well, it's not confirmed yet, but to close us, it'll be confirmed. For now, we're just making a top wick before the eventual rebreak of the lows on the drive down. This level is a little funky here. We can like really adjust it exactly there. This is where we can draw it. It's just garbage. And look where we opened right there, right? If we look at the close, but look where we opened at that level. This is kind of as low as we could draw it here. This is as low as we could draw it here. And this is kind of up. So for sells, we're going to need a clear closure below here. Ideally, we get a nice bullish closure here. And then break at the highs. Should look for the top of the range. Ideally. Life and trading doesn't work like that. So we wait. It could work like that if you're patient enough. Pancake on the one. Yeah. What is the stop here? 53 pips, 54. I'm thinking it's not going to go off the one. I think if we take it, it's going to be off this 15, right? Do you see where it taps multiple times here? Not off of here. The one is right there. Oh no, the one is right there.
Yeah, I'm honestly so surprised we pushed up. And the day yesterday. Just thought for sure we were going to go down.
Don't marry your bias.
No, yeah, not for sure. Which the daily still printed bearish though, which is crazy.
So everyone understands this is a level we're going to be looking at. For pancakes, we have a bullish day. Yeah, it closed no top wick, but we still have a
Wait.
bullish day.
Oh, what the heck? Why is it showing bearish on my end?
Day, maybe the weekly.
Yeah, no, on the daily, on my daily time frame, it says that it looks like it printed a bullish or a daily bearish doji.
On mine as well.
Yeah, that's weird.
All right, well, we're bullish on the daily, the 30-minute, and the 15-minute. Right, it's a level on the 30 and the 15, and it's also a level right here in multiple instances in the market. So we will have a pancake order here. Right above.
What a weird. The hourly looks good. Hourly looks
4456.6. I think we might have an order. If we're gonna look for sells, we're gonna need some closures below here. Oh, we have a celery play on the 5, but that's just a 5, man. I need a, like a 15 or a 30. I don't trust the 5. The fuck is gonna run? It's a celery play. It's a good celery play. If this was a 15, this is great. Oh, the 5 just closed. First 5 of the new 1 hour. I'm gonna wait for this little range to be paid here. Re-break of that. I did not expect this candle to just drop down, but if it does, man, oh man, oh man. Bye, oh bye. Okay, lock in here. Getting close. We're about 100 pips away. Crazy nowadays. It's like, yo, we're getting close. We're only 100 pips away. That's also the 4-hour level, the 1 here, man. And this thing can bounce off the 1 and come up, right? But the 30 and the 15 look that much better. 56. I don't think we drop here now, but in case we do, that's where I'm just gonna have for now. There's a chance we take the sells down here, right? But it's gonna have to come back up here and play off this area. Hold on a second, my kids are crying. All right, gang. Well, looks like we're coming down here. May the forces of evil become confused on the way to your house. I'm going to have a stop right here. $44. I won that now. There's a chance it reacts off the hourly here and never gets to our buy limit. And at that point, I will delete. But I would like to see our limits tapped. If we take it off the hourly, our stop is over 70 pips. We're here a little, what are we at? 49 pips right now. Yeah, the 5 break of the lows wasn't bad. Remember we said it's a celery play, but it's a 5. If this exact thing happens on the 15, we're in there. No question about it. We tap the hourly? No. Ooh. Put a tap right here where the reaction is. Hey, lock in here. I don't know how much volume we have here, but we're going based on precedent here, right? And we've rejected off that level. I like that. I don't like that. I'm gonna move this over a little bit below, right? And the key is to bounce right off that level based on the fact that we have multiple timeframes closing here and at multiple different instances in the market. Zoom door. Oh, there's a lot of you. Holy crap. Come in. It's cold outside. Yo, I've been drinking so much water. I've been drinking so much water lately every day. And earlier in the day, I just can't stop running to the bathroom. I'm going to pee like 15 times like a day. I don't know. Look at this. I drink a lot of water. Got water. Anyway, still up here. Gang, please drop a like and sub to the channel as you're hopping on here. New York session today took us to 29.2. You guys took us to 29.1. New York took us to 29.2. Can you guys do 29.3? But we're not far away. Like, we got really close. We're maybe like 30, 40 subs away from 20. We drinking water all 2K6. Yeah. And to the evening less. That's what I've been doing. More in the morning, to the evening less. But then I'm peeing all evening. I've been nonstop out of the bathroom, like every 15 minutes, every 10 minutes since like 4 o'clock. Add some salt. Like Salt Bay. Will you be live for CPI next week? Yes, sir. More people at the Zoom door. Ben. That rejected a bit heavy. That's the first 15 of our session. That's gonna close here. Yeah, as I was saying, please drop a like, sub to the channel if you're new here, and please share this stream. Help me grow the community. How was your Christmas and New Year's? They were great. Always great. I mean, because like They might not be spectacular by some people's standards, but they were great because, like, make them not by being there. Like in my head, I make them great. Choose how I feel. All right, this get interesting. I wonder if we're able to close back up above the retest highs, or are we just going to continue down here? Because we've tapped an interesting level across the board here. I see this right here. This isn't a level where the market drove all the way up, right? To over 4,500 there. We've just tapped that level. That was the reaction there. That's what we might see coming up here. That's off the 4-hour. It's not a simple read, right? You can tell that it's doing it after the fact, but beforehand, like you can't be in here for 110 pips. Bounced off it, yeah. So if we're able to now close above it, well, maybe it'll do what it's done here previously, and meanders. That's also like an 80s 90s word. Yeah, back in the 1900s, people used to use the word meanders all the time. Yeah, thanks, folks. Yesterday you were talking about old people. Yeah, that's what I do. I talk about old people. 15 closed. Top wick. Flip. Do we drive? I don't know. 30 still open. Previous 30 closed above the range. This could just as well bounce back up. And then you have a 30 hold of support. So no sell for me off this 15 top wick. But if it comes up there and fails, and we re-break the 15, right? If we get up here, we fail and we re-break it, I'll take it. You see, I just went to the bathroom. I gotta pee again. There goes the 15. Time to hook up to a catheter. Don't start that bullshit, bro. Sussy, but I'm alone. Goes on. Your question. How do prop payouts and taxes work? when you have that problem, worry about it. Let's make sure we have that problem first. That looks like it's coming down. I mean, tough to take that, right? Because if you're raw, like it's very unforgiving there, on the 30. Flip right against you. It's a steep stop. You're about to get your first payout. It's not going to affect your taxes at the moment. All right, yeah, we're re-breaking the lows. May the forces of evil become confused on the way to your house. Understand, we're just going based on historical price behavior right now. The current market hasn't closed yet. We're driving against bias, so our trade is with the bias, with structure. You know, it suck. One time per range, you'll get the candle spike way outside the range and then come back in, and then the following candles will hold that. And that's possible here. So don't over risk, and you won't stress. You won't feel some type of way. First time here, howdy. Howdy. It's a good car. Howdy. As we're coming down here, it's going to be a quick manage, right? Once we get this tap, the key is for a slingshot back up. The goal, right? That's what we're looking for. We're looking for the slingshot back up. Seven minutes here for the 30. But I honestly would not mind if this came back up here and gave us a small resistance.
That's a really good level, Wick. That's the body of the 1 hour lay. Your buy limit. That's a good level.
Where?
On the 1 hour. It should be the lay candle. Go to the left a little bit. 1 hour, 1 hour. That's the body right there. You should get a reaction right there. That's a perfect level, yeah.
Yeah, that's the hourly. So I'm looking for it to get lower, to kind of get down to the 30, 15.
A little lower, sorry. Let's see, you have it a little lower, sorry.
Yeah, we were just discussing maybe it taps the hourly but doesn't quite get hour level. That's a possibility. Like, this is where those closures are. I want it at the closures. I've been having to pee for the last 10 minutes. This thing. Yeah, don't try to extend your stops on this. Like this thing can push down heavy and still come back up, right? Don't try to extend it. If it comes back up and ends up closing back in range, you'll get another chance at a position. Don't try to extend the stops on drops. I don't know why it held there. I think we should still come down. It's tough to, there's some levels in the way when you're coming down here that the market doesn't necessarily owe you that drop, right? It's tough to get the edge there because this could close back up above here and then you faked out and you're heading to retest the highs. But likelier, yes, you are to come down. It might not be now. You might end up pulling up here for a little bit, right? Things could play out at a much slower pace, right? You might see this. And then you're driving down. We're about 100 pips away. Can somebody yell if this starts coming down? I gotta go pee. I'll be right back. Careful. You look at the general chat on Discord and tell me if that's bad. I will after this. Settlement level made. It's 44.62. Keeps bouncing off that level. That's fine. Settlement. Where? We're not settlers. We're pioneers. Pioneer, oh pioneer. People at the Zoom door, come on in. Checking in, hit my consistency for the day. One more solid day of trading to make my profit target. Wow, a lot of people are finally getting their payouts. Thank you guys for being here with me tonight. Please, if you just showed up, if you're new here, drop a like, sub to the channel. Please share stream. Top one still is Project X available? Yeah, you can see I'm on Project X here until February. I'm just hoping at the last moment they're gonna be like, you know what? We worked out a deal. Yo, Options. Where's your limit? On the hourly or on the 30 here? $45 here for the 30 close. $44.54. Oh. Okay. Hey, trying to outsnipe a sniper. All right, there goes the new 30. Man, I want to limit here. That flips the hourly bullish. Might attempt it here. Till this flips, because this might just flip for a quick second and come back up, or it flips, gives a nice bottom wick. If it gives a nice bottom wick, I'll get rid of this. I didn't want this to flip at all. All right, step number 3. Okay. May the forces of evil become confused on the way to your house. Oh, and it's not. You're going to say buy here may be good. Well, this is mid-range. A lot of times you can take a buy and a sell mid-range and both will win. Because you'll kind of bounce. But then if you're wrong, you've just lost 2 positions. You could come in, that's cool. Still have a gap to fill. That would suck right now. If this shit heads down to the gap, it's gonna be a lousy stream. I'm gonna need it to gap later. It's fun. We're 12 watching. Awesome. Again, drop a like while we're waiting. Sub to the channel. Yeah. Real direction, 30-minute closure. I mean, I'm fine with that. Yeah, that's possible. It's possible. Next, the 1 hour closure will really set this up for us, right? Because this can close back up above range. Sorry, this is the 4 hour. Right, we can close back up here. And if that's the case, you have your 1 hour onion. You just need the next candle to give you that bottom wick to have a stop, right? If this is the case here, you have a stop, you're good to go. Uh-oh. Wix is stable. Welcome, LDS. I think you joined the wrong thing. I think you were looking to get access to Zoom and you joined Wix is stable. What you should have done is join the WAP. Join the Signals community, which gives you access to every possible thing there is to get access to and all the private stuff. And feed pics. But you can't join, you can't get in through YouTube. YouTube is just like for the loyal ones to show how long they've been here for the most part. You get tired of people's opinions on your trades when live? I want to start on live. Like, nah, it doesn't bother me. Like, it comes with the territory. Like, this is like when you put yourself out there, like this is just what happens, and like, you're either okay with it or you're not. But like, yeah, it's not fun to take a loss in front of 500 people, 700 people. You know what I mean? 1,000 people. It's not fun. But it really depends on you, right? I have the utmost confidence in what I do, so it doesn't bother me because like you know what I mean. You like, with all due respect, your opinion doesn't affect my pocketbook, right? I'm just trying to bring value here, right? Trying to bring value through my own trading. Damn, this 59 level, man. It might be our kryptonite here today, because that's a level we might tap. I'm just not willing to settle for that level when we have the 30 and the 15 closing in such a iconic fashion here.
What's up, bro?
What's the deal? The great King Edward. Is there?
How's everybody doing today?
We survived the day the assassins failed to take us out before the stream, and we are here.
There's 400 watching. There should be 400 likes, gang. Come on now.
100%. We should be at 100% like to viewer ratio. Hey, 420 watching. 420 W. That deserves a toke. 420 watching. That deserves a toke. Sorry, man. I didn't mean to write. Yeah. Wait. Before I leave, what's going on in the charts here? 6 minutes till 15. One second. Yeah, I'm not gonna do anything mid-range here. I'd rather be somewhere up here. or down here. Give me 1 second. Babbles and gets high rather than trade on go. Trades on God. There are over 1,000 live streams, thousands of live streams. There are at least 850, and like 80% of the time, we take a position. We literally have a limit order on the screen. 99% of what we do is watch the charts. 1% is that reaction, right? That click of a button. The other 99.9% gonna sit here and wait. If you're looking for someone to just like to take a large volume of trades, right? Quantity over quality, you're in the wrong stream. Right? I'm guiding you out of poverty, not into it. We're distancing ourselves from poverty. Damn. There is no fucking milk. Yep, that was my last 9 to 5, my last job. Nothing wrong with a 9 to 5, right? How many people here got a job? Got a normal job? How many of you? Yo, I promise you, a 9 to 5 beats a 10 to life. I promise you. So enjoy your 9 to 5, and then eventually you can make it this. But it definitely beats a 10 to life. Yep, I work. Look at this. A lot of people, union carpenter, like amazing. Benefits, great pay, insurance, you got some coverage. Welder, landscape. We work in construction. Federal security. You guys have like such like blue collar jobs. This is great. Like this is the people that should be here, right? Like, yeah, once in a while I have some doctors and there's a few cops and stuff like that, but like electricians, Army, Navy, look at that. Logistics, like this is, it's my people. And you guys are the backbone of your neighborhoods, of your cities. You guys are the ones that deserve the high pay, but don't get it because society, it's not as valued in society. It's great jobs, but you guys deserve all that's coming to you. Put it in, live it into existence. How? You got to take the path that takes you there. You know the road that takes you there. You just got to take it. A lot of people just know what they got to do, but won't do it. Right? And like I always say, you guys act like you get another chance at this. Like, oh, this is your chance to make the most of it. ERRN? Oh. It's an interesting job. I seen what you do on TV. On the Navajo Nation reservation right now, smoking that peace pipe. I know it. Hey, if they got casinos, go put 2K on red for me. Just went back to work as loan officer, hosted on Turo for 6 months. Didn't like it. Don't like mortgages either, but I'll do it. Till trading takes off. Longs above this level. Well, this 1 hour, we're into the last 15-minute candle of this 1 hour. Right now, we close below. A lot depends on this hourly. Are we gonna close like we printed earlier, right? Because we printed this candle, we drew it up. Wait, sorry. Whoops. This is what we drew up. So yeah, if we can get that bullish closure, we get that bottom wick, we'll be in there. But right now, we need a closure, right? We need closure like we broke up with. Like we broke up with it, and we ain't gonna do nothing till we get closure. Deploying to Portland in 2 weeks, so I'll get off work every day at New York Open because of the time change. I have here to lock in. Already got some past this month thanks to your streams. Fucking amazing. Yeah, you see, get me done. I did 5 in a month. You did 7. You were outdoing me. Amazing. Yeah, take it and run with it. Take everything you've learned and make it yours, right? Take all of my knowledge or value or whatever you find valuable, right? And just kind of sponge it and steal it. Make it yours. Who gives a shit? You're never gonna see me in real life. Make it yours and fucking run with it. Do the best you can for yourself and your family. You still have that sell limit? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Let's delete. Yeah, we're gonna wait on the hourly closure anyway. It don't fucking matter what happens here. Delete, 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 delete. Now look, we could also, a possibility is this candle, right? It closes bullish and the next one breaks down. Probably going to see this come up here to 77. And the next one breaks down. And if that's the case, we get a fake out. We're coming back down. I'm going to trade the range down from 72 down to 65. If this is what the next candle does, right? So in this case, usually I would take the bottom wick, and we'll look into it. I'll see how this closes because usually once that hourly closes, I really like taking the bottom wick. And, wrong color. Right, if it closes somewhere here. I really like taking that bottom wick entry and having a house money when it flips, right? So we have no risk on the table, and the rest is just, you know, a bonus runner. But in this case, there's levels here, right? So this top wick might be topping out at these levels. So if we don't get that strong closure, I'm not looking for a bottom wick entry. I might be looking for a break at a high here. And we do want to stop. Like the candle can just do this and I won't be in it. But if it gives me that bottom wick that I can use as a stop, then we'll be in it on the break at a high. And goodbye. Peace.
Remember it. Write it down. Take a picture. I don't give a fuck.
Liberty Service of Menards stores. It's cool. I don't even know what store that is. Oh, like a Home Depot? Okay. Like a Lowe's. Arena 9388. I haven't touched VWAP in a while. She likes to retest it often, just tapped it on 5. She's thinking. I like how it's a she. Incredible. Yeah, gold is bay. And we don't even have a jump off. 8 minutes here for the 1 hour close. Interesting. It's got to close bullish, like significantly bullish. There we go. And it's got to close with a top wick. I got to go pee again, gang. Give me a sec.
Computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
Six minutes here. A lot of ICT traders here, huh? Shout out to the man, the myth, the legend. Le Zoom door. I mean, there's nobody there. Sell limit or buy limit, bro? You'll see it on screen. We're looking for this 1 hour to close. We're looking for it to close with a top wick. Bullish like it is right now. And the next 1 hour to open up with this bottom wick so we can look to retest the highs. A lot of time here, so like this can eat away at the range and things will get a little more difficult. Good thing is it's a really big range. I just don't want to see this like what we seen here a little while back. All right, we've seen this actually at the same level right there. You see that it closed bullish here, and I was looking for a bottom wick buy here, and it never, just dropped heavy. Same level right there. And it also happened another time somewhere here. Three minutes. How far are you gonna go? What a stops here. Oh, such heavy. It's a really big, no, it's a heavy stop if you're going off the bottom wick, right? If you're all going off the bottom wick here, you're forced to use this stop here. If you're going off the break of the high, you can use current candle, which will be a much smaller stop. And I would like for this to pull back. If it doesn't pull back and this is what we look like in 90 seconds or in 80 seconds, we will not have a trade there. We need the top wick. Basically, in 2 hours, he's taking it into a single channel. Yeah, that's basically it. You're right. You're right. but you might also get lucky and get one in here with me. But in 2 hours, we always take it to the signal channel. They get positions that don't show up on stream because there's times a day where we don't stream. Now, understand this. The closure with no top wick here means no more range to come up. Can it? Of course it can. But if there's no range, we don't want to be on the break at a high. It's a resistance. You're tapping that into that area. You can reject down. And usually any candle that follows this will flip bearish if there's no top wick on this candle. It'll give you that top wick, flip bearish, and then that's all she wrote. Back down in range. Or it can give you the top wick, flip bearish, come down, and then make a decision, eventually re-break that high, and then you can take it. But okay, give us a bit of a top wick here. That's good. Here, huh? Okay, once this candle re-breaks the low, its own low, and comes down here to support, we'll have a buy stop. We want to come down here to these areas, 74. Or it just fills the range up, and then there's no positions. You fucking... Love ya. Well, she. Yeah. It's impossible for you to have a stop here at this point. That's smaller than 100 pips. Wick entry or re-break at a high, whatever you want. More waiting. That's all, man. I'm not fucking leaving. It's only 9 p.m. Got a whole another hour before the 4-hour closure, and then some more time after that if needed. I'm fucking trading. Weird though. We have days, 3, 4, 5 positions. We have days where it's just like it doesn't behave. So we don't reward it with our money. About to be halftime, 10 up, 10 all game. I've missed the whole game. I honestly have not watched because I've been doing this. Ole Miss is a good team. Fire it. Oh, he's got him open. Touchdown. Woo! Beautiful. The only play I watch, we fucking score a touchdown. 52-yard touchdown reception. Yeah, Miami gonna run away with it right before halftime. The U. You know what the difference
Let's
are?
go.
Yeah, they fucking scored. Let's fucking go. You know what the difference are in the top 1 accounts? Balance and consistency score. Balance and consistency score. My preferred, the live one that I have now, but really before I got the live, the ones I got paid out on were instant sim funded. So they were, I had 150K instant sim funded accounts. When am I going to be done? In about an hour. You got to go to bed. So go to bed. And if you're still not sleeping when I'm done, then I'll come put you to bed. Here, give me a big hug. Here you go. He's a big potato. He's a dinosaur. Love you. Good dreams. Close my door, please. She walked over here, said, Benny's a big potato, and left. Benny's down there like, you heard that, you big potato? You look like a baked potato. Idaho. Come here, you baked potato. Look at this market. What are you doing? I'm cool with a resistance forming here. If we can form a resistance here, I'm cool with it.
Looks 44.88 wouldn't be good for wick entry sales, no? Because it's pushing straight up. And you have a wick to the left there.
Look at this 4 hour.
Oh,
Man.
yeah, you're right. Never mind. Yep.
I'm not trying to have this shit load up. If this
I was looking
4
at the
hour
hourly.
if this 4 hour closed, right? If it closed bearish somewhere down here, and like before, as it's riding up here, let's say it didn't have time to run up and it closed here, and then the next candle was pulling up, I would take that off the top wick and keep the stop. Yeah, but as this 4 hours flipping, yeah, it could get. Remember, we've seen it all the time too. That it flips, right, and then re-breaks the low, so it doesn't. It never drives, but it can. It's very arbitrary because a lot of times it can grab orders up here. Right, there's a shit ton of orders here. People are trading this off the 4 hour candle, and they're looking at this load up right now, and just the human psyche sees this, and they're like, "Oh yeah, this shit's gonna flip, break highs, and it's gonna drive. I'm gonna have a bunch of orders right there." And what happens? It flips it breaks it by a pip, by two, and right back, and then you're stuck in the range going, because like that's you gotta understand that's what the human psyche does, and a lot of orders here, right at the level. A lot of orders on the flip itself, but I think once we establish here, right, I don't want to take that trade, and let's look at the daily too. So technically the daily's bullish, the 4 hours bullish. We're coming up for this flip. We cannot think of a sell right now based on the hour. Yeah, the hourly and 30, and it probably will work out, and you have to be okay with it because you don't want to do this against the higher time frame bias, right? Just because there's a 1 hour resistance there. You want to have all of that line up so your trade has a high degree of probability, right, of winning. Like you want that 90-10 trade, and that's the trade where the 4 hour and the daily are in the same direction as this level, right? And then you could be like, all right, then I'm taking the sell off. But that's a big reason why I was fine with this buy right here, because we're bullish on the daily, right? I'm taking that limit with the daily, with the 4 hour. The previous 4 hours bullish, the daily closed bullish, back up in range. So that as we were coming down for that bottom wick, if we tapped our level, I think we'd have the same result as we had here just now, but we just never quite got to our level here. Another 30-40 pips, right? But the whole point is, like, you see how this one ran versus just 30 pip bounce and continued, and that's what might happen here. You might tap, get a 30 pip bounce, top wick, bottom wick, next candle, and then you break the high. But the ones that actually run tend to be with the higher time frame structure. Book you up and said, see ya. Yes, sir. You're the best. Thank you. Well, just please drop some likes and subs to the channel. That's all I ask for. You guys have been incredible at doing that. You've really answered my call, please, to put a subs and share the stream. I appreciate that. Gang, we are 32 away from 29.3K. Stream New York session? Abso-fucking-lutely. Yeah, we stream every morning, every evening. So every New York session, every Asian session, and then I catch some Z's during the London session. Well, I try to, right? Can't take the blame for this.
All right, one more question, Wick. Sorry.
Yes, sir. What's the deal?
So I'm looking at the daily. The previous daily is like candle and has a very small wick, which means no more range, correct?
Yeah.
And the daily that we're currently in already came down to tap the body of the previous daily like candle, and now it's coming back up.
And before it did that, it created this top wick. It's the same thing as seeing this. It's the same thing as just seeing this.
Okay, even though
It's
All right.
it created that range. That range wasn't there before. So you're probably before this bottom wick is made, your advantage point is what you were looking for is the drive up here initially, and then that top wick being made, and the flip before this wick is made. But
Got it,
once
yeah.
this wick is made, and you already have that top wick, right? So you did this, you came up, you bounced off a resistance, some kind of resistance. You've tapped this area, right? As you come back up with volume, with momentum, you can fill that wick and just keep going, right? So you probably want this sell before this bottom wick is made. And if you're not sure about driving up here, you can see that there's a top wick made. So that's the advantage point. You can probably take the rebreak of that high. So we'll see. We'll see how this plays here. That's the daily, right? So when we start coming up here, like as it starts breaking these highs, that's another reason why I can't just have a sell limit. You just, this kind of in my own head, I just walked through another reason that I wasn't thinking of, but right, that daily, if it starts rebreaking that high, now that this wick is here, it's kind of good to go, right? So I don't want to take a sell now here if it's just with momentum can start filling that wick, right? Before there was no wick here. I don't know, it's just too many things against that sell for me.
Makes sense. That makes sense.
How many contracts do you trade with? They maxed me out on this live account at Top One Futures on the funded company. In the funding, they gave me a max of 1. I can't go more than 1 contract. On my personal account, I mean, we ended last year at 20 and started this year at, and we'll build it back up there. It's different, like 4, 5, 7, 10. I would love to come up here and form another resistance. That would be great. Let's use FTMO. My very first, when I was trading Forex, right, back in the day, my very first funded that I've ever tried was FTMO. But then the whole shit in the US happened and you weren't allowed to trade spot, and I moved on to futures, and then I got sponsored by a futures company. So it's just like, just didn't make sense. Are you waiting for a retrace to take out buyers? I'm waiting for an indication of a resistance or support being held. It never reached any of our limit orders, right? Not the pancakes down here, not the bottom wick over here to start off this hour, right? If we had that bottom wick here, we are looking for that limit order and the pancake off of here. But we have not had any of that. So right now we're just waiting. We're patiently waiting for these candles to close on, right?
At this point, I'm gonna just wait for the 4-hour to close because
4 hours and 45 minutes. But if we can get some good closures here, and we end up back below the range here, I'm looking for sells. Right?
yeah, I'm ideally looking for sells, but I mean, I would just rather wait for this 4-hour to print because it's like the next 4-hour could just dump.
Yeah, I don't blame you. There's going to be a lot of data at your disposal to make a really good decision once the 4-hour closes. It's probably a good decision, but things can set up before, things can set up a little bit after. We're gonna watch it candle by candle on all the time frames that we trade. So from the 4-hour, or from the 4-hour, we don't need to know what the daily's doing, but from the 4-hour down to the 15, we're gonna watch it. Good for you. trying to use your code Wix, but not giving you no. It's given, yeah. For no, New Year's is the same thing. It gives you a 40% off all of them. All of the codes are 40% off. If something's giving you a bigger discount, tell me. I'm going to reach out to my guys. Send me proof. You logically talked me out of sells. You see, that's what I hate doing. Sells are your position. I hate talking people into or out of positions. I just like giving my reasons. But then again, you asked the question. What the hell?
No. What you said made sense. 'Cause I was strictly looking at the daily and then the 1 hour, but I wasn't looking at 4 hour. And they're all telling different stories, so that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, even if it works this time, I mean, some like it might not work next time. And I don't know. That's not where I kind of find my edge and stick to it. I'm trying to be very principled when it comes to my edge. Yo, what happens to Solo Trader, bro? What are you saying, bro? Yeah, stop hanging out with Farzo. We got... Okay, it's contagious. Go off the meds.
This 1 hour candle also doesn't have a bottom wick yet.
Here it comes.
I'm thinking if this 1 hour candle prints as a doji, and then the next 1 hour candle, along with the next 4 hour candle, just goes down, that'd be great. But everything's still bullish, which is also
It's all just noise right now. There's nothing that shows me like a direction. We were stuck mid-range here. Like buys or sells, either one can make sense. Now we're stuck mid-range here. I need to get to a level where decisions are made. Maybe these levels are going to change right now because technically this is in the way now. But just a wick on the 1 hour. Just a range. I still believe that we hit 4, 5, 6. I asked myself, what if I only take bread and butter trades? Get corn and oil, the modern bread and butter. So with that, I am perfectly fine to not take trades in here. Yeah. You off traders. Yeah. All types of traders welcome. Even the new traders, really welcome. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. Stick around. Stick around. Gonna knock out 100 push-ups while we're waiting. Let's fucking... Go outside. The new trader, I wish you the best. Luggage I'm taking with me in every stream is precious. Sounds lazy, but you get the point. Thanks again. Yes, sir. Keep learning. Whatever helps you. You're the only one that can help yourself, right? You're the only one that can help yourself. Trade if I have a better deal. Sim funded, is that an instant funded? Or do they pay in an hour? I really hope they work out some deal with Project X. This is just clean. Oh, almost intercepted that. Got 2 pairs from them in less than an hour. That's dope. So coming in for that flip like it's a burger. Let's go. Top one futures has my money in my bank in less than 24 hours. Yeah, the top one has been paying me within an hour, except for the payout I took on New Year's because, according to them, ain't nobody home. It was New Year's. It was dumb of me to expect the payment on New Year's Eve. But they also have a problem with Project X and will move accounts if ever. It's not just them, it's Project X in general. The owner is taking it away from everybody. And charge a bigger licensing deal. Oh, did he hit that? Oh, that's good. That's a good kick. Was it like 50 yards, 60 yards? Oh, the U is going to take the lead into the half. Yeah, Project X top step, but like nobody, I don't want to trade on top step. I see that as a conflict of interest when the broker also owns the trading platform. Isn't that a conflict of interest? There should be 2 separate entities. But then again, I don't know. Look at TD Ameritrade and stuff like that. They all have their own proprietary platforms. You're vicious. I've never traded on Top Step, but I just know they don't have instant funded accounts, and I don't want to waste my time with challenges. Never traded on them. No clue. Yeah, it's been a steady 420 watching. I'm about to take another toke. We're back to 420. We got 7 minutes here for the 30 closure. And I hope it pushes us up here so we can get to resistance, because the sooner we get here, the sooner the market could start making a decision up or down. And we're going to react to that decision at this level. So let's get there as soon as possible. ASAP. Fucking come up now. Consistency rule and payout. I didn't have an issue. Are you trading SAUSD? I can't tell from your screen right here. You see top left corner, we're trading GC. To be exact, GCG26, the current gold futures contract, which is very similar to XAUUSD, except that would be spot price, and this is a futures contract. But the charts will look similar. A hippie day trader. Yeah, man. I'm Jew-making. That makes me a hippie. That makes me a hippie, man. Boy, I see it. Anyway, I'm going to go take a pull of that crypto crown I kind of like. And I'm going to crypt walk my ass right back to my spot. Hey, by the way, we can talk. I see what you guys write. Give me a sec. I'm going to have a smoke and a cigar. The consistency rule makes for better traders. Yeah, I agree. I've only had the consistency rule issue, I think, on 2 of the 5 payouts, and got there like in a couple of days extra. Sorry. I gotta be honest with you, gang. I gotta eat. I'm starving, Marvin. Now you don't have a consistency rule on payout. How come? Because after taking 5 payouts in December, they said no more. They breached all my accounts and gave me a live account. So I speculate they're just copy trading my account. Whatever trades I take, they take. Like, you know how as a funding company you're like against the traders, right? Everyone loses, you win. But I think when you get a live account, it's like they win if you win. I don't know. But yeah, I just, I make money, get a payout, make money, get a payout. What do you think, a GOAT on a trader? I've never heard of it. First time checking out your stream, no trades yet this session? Yeah, no trades yet this session. We were looking for buys here off the 1 hour close, but we never got a bottom wick on the candle. We needed a bottom wick here. We're looking for a pancake here at 44.72 and maybe a break at a high, or an onion at 44.78.9, but never came. So we stayed out, and no harm, no foul. Now we just continue waiting for our position. And if you're waiting with me, you're in good hands, because like Allstate, because we're going to get our position, not something impulsive. Fresh. Anyway, but if it's your first time, there's a button like this right under the screen. Thumbs up, click that. Like the stream, and please sub to the channel. I need your help to grow this community. Please sub to this channel and share this stream, please. Thank you. Thank you very much. Pancakes? Now I'm hungry. Yeah, I'm starving, Marvin, bro. Really hungry. Well, prop firm, this is top 1 futures. Live account is AMP futures, AMP futures, and prop is top 1 futures. You trade off only the higher time frame. I sub to the channel. We trade off the 4 hour, the 30, the 15, the 1 hour, the day. Like I don't actually place the trade off the daily. In a little, but I use all the time frames to build a narrative and trade with my narrative. So we're trans-directional here, bi-directional. We're part of the trans community here. We can take trades in any direction, right? We can have buys, we can have sells in a bullish market, we can have buys in a bearish market, we can buy in a bullish market, sells in a bearish market, whatever it is. We're very flexible because of one thing. Our expertise in reading candles, our knowledge in breaking down candles, being able to read them backwards, and really doing the top-down analysis. All right, last 30 of the 4 hour, you'll typically see a pullback, so we might get this top wick and come down. It's the last 30 of the 4 hour. Reggie be pissed as fuck as that happens. What other fees do you have to pay when you get a live account? None. No fee. The only other fee is when you withdraw money. So when I withdrew, for every 3,500 that I withdrew, they took away $350. So 10%, 90-10. That was the only fee. Nothing else. Reggie said, I'll be all right. I'll be all right. Probably wouldn't have looked for it here. Probably would have been somewhere up here. The 8 areas. But this is ugly, right? And you're thinking, well, how can we actually set up? It's still freaking mid-range. What can it really do, right? And there's so many, like, you don't understand. The market, while it looks like nothing, can set up within 2 or 3 candles, and it's like, it. And then at that point, you're like, fuck, why did I get in that position earlier? I could have just waited for this, and now it's playing out. I'm already like, and like, trust me, I've gone through that twice in the last month. Like, why? And not through that in terms of positions, because we took high quality positions. It was just kind of funky movement, but it sucks when you spend the rest of your day fighting off a position, right? Just to end up break even. You don't want to go through that. First time here too. What resistance level did you say it needs to get to? You see the levels on my screen. I'm fine with it getting to 88 or 72. These are decision-making areas. When the market gets here, or when it gets up there, it's going to make a choice, right? Got a choice to make. Neo's going to make a choice. And when the choice is made, it's our job to be able to interpret what the choice is, right? To read these candles, and based on timing, volume, levels, historical price data, you're supposed to make a high quality decision, where the probability is overwhelmingly on your side. Does anyone still do the petty donos? I don't think we've played the petty donation game in a long time. Gotta be at least a year or two. All right, you don't need to donate. I don't want you to keep your money. It's just, I'm happy you guys are showing up. The only thing I'm asking for is for you to drop a like, sub to the channel. Yeah, we used to play a petty donation game here, gang, where it would go backwards. Somebody would donate $1, and then somebody donates 99 cents. Somebody donates 98 cents, and we go all the way to a penny. And you guys think it's a trip, but it would be, by the end of the stream, I'd have an extra $100. And 70% of it goes to YouTube. Coffee. W. So that's why I say keep it. Stop feeding YouTube. Keep the money, but please drop a like and sub to the channel. Sub to the channel and share the stream. That's all I want. Well, from you, right? And it's, I mean, it's the least you could do. It's free and giving you sauce, giving you value, right? No way YouTube takes 70%. They take a lot. Like I don't feel any of it. That Oregon Indiana game is going to be great too. Really good. Indiana's really good. Good times though. That was funny. Yeah. Choppy to chop. Well, the good thing about tonight is, like, remember how the other night I had to run? I really got to go. We can kick it for another hour after the 4-hour close, see if we actually get it. Probably run this through to 11. I've been extremely tired though throughout the day, like in terms of like, I'm not throughout the day, like getting to the streams, I've been just beat. And it's probably because I'm spending a lot of time on screen, right? I've been running extra late into the New York session. The signal channels been seeing positions at like 1-2 a.m. at certain evenings. So like I've been, and it's not that I'm sitting at the screen. I have no choice. Like I'm in contact with people, and like, you know, with I have people doing one thing, people doing another thing, and I'm in the emails, and it kind of forces me. And then I look, as I'm doing all of that, I always have a chart open. If I see something, like, we'll obviously take it. You guys didn't sleep? Like it was day for me. And then, you know, from the morning stream to the evening stream for me, it's like, it's maybe about 7 hours. And in those 7 hours, like I gotta pick up the kids from school at different times, right? We got to do homework. I got to take them to volleyball. I go outside after volleyball, play volleyball with them because practice isn't enough. They need like another hour of practicing. So I go outside, and all I do, I basically feed them the ball, like just throw it or just catch their serves, and that's all I do. And yeah, that was. And then by the time I'm done with that, we gotta go walk Benny, and then like we go walk Benny together, and we're here. But weekends are fun. Remember the times when you started trading, you used to hate the weekends, and you couldn't wait for Monday to come around so you could trade again? Eventually that goes away, and you get happy with the weekends again, because like you're like, damn, I spent so much time trading. I'm just happy the weekend is here. How do you mark your levels? Yellow line. Top-down analysis. I mean, the stream's recorded, right? So you can kind of go back and watch. But if you really want to be in tune with what we're doing and pick up on things, just you got to keep showing up here. Keep showing up here every day. We do this every day, twice a day. 8 in the morning, 8 in the evening, Eastern time. Keep showing up every day. Few weeks, a month, 2, and you'll be right in the swing of things. You'll know the lingo, you know, all the slang, you know. You'll have an understanding of what's happening, and maybe quite possibly an understanding of what I'm doing, because I tend to give a lot of reasons, and you know, I give the why to what I'm doing. So you're not gonna sit there like, oh, what the fuck? Why is he doing this? I don't get it. So I'll break it down and tell you why. Not just because, you know, things. Everything that's, you know, built here was built in-house, and it's structured, and it's based on our experience, or based on the knowledge guided by experience. Still hate the weekends too. Oh, yeah, because you're not there yet. Eventually, you'll learn to love the weekends again. And then eventually, you're just going to forget what day it is. Unfortunately for us as traders, or for me as a streamer, I never get to forget. I have to know every day what it is, what we have going on, right? What's going on in terms of news, finance sphere. Let's see what we got going on in the morning tomorrow. Red folders galore. Hourly earnings, NFP, unemployment rate. Bunch of you guys are going to be in these stats. And then 10 a.m. consumer sentiment. Like it's going to be a full morning tomorrow. Damn, I had to do shit tomorrow. I might have to cancel everything. We're gonna be here in the morning. Yeah, tomorrow last stream for the week, right before we go into the weekend. Don't show up for tomorrow's Asian stream, because well, you might show up, but I won't fucking be here. Right, markets are closed tomorrow night. Use fibs? Nope.
It's definitely a no for me, dog.
You ever pay attention to the 1 minute? The structure flip can indicate a reversal.
How about no?
No. I trade only on gold. What about you? Me 3. I do too. NYC opening will be opening on Sundays from Q2 upcoming. Wait, what? Say that again?
Yeah, what?
Repeat that. NYSE will be opening on Sundays from Q2. But Saturday it's closed, right? So what do you mean? Like, but gold's not open, right? Like we can't trade on Sunday at 9:30 in the morning. Can we? What do you mean Sunday night? It'll be open overnight through London session? That don't make no fucking sense. Why would the stock exchange open up middle of the night? Sunday to Monday. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure we're gonna hear something about it when it starts happening, and then we're gonna be like, "Really? Word? I don't know about it." Don't look at me like that, Benny. That's you. It's exactly the sound you make. The noise you make. Like this has been one ugly 1 hour candle. For 45 minutes, we've made a top wick here. Told you, silly goose. Let's fucking go. What are we doing? Are we moving? Are we grooving? GCG 26 pair is not available in XNES. Try GC1. GCEG. I don't know. Something with GC and G. 26. Posted in Discord. I'll check it out. NASDAQ moves to make trading nearly 24 hours a day. Why someone Wall Street say that's a bad idea? Yeah, that's a terrible idea. They want Nvidia to go bankrupt at 2 a.m. before the news cycle for the day hits. Benny, can you move over so I can make a sandwich? This fucking dog doesn't move a fucking inch, man. Made myself a Cuban sandwich. Can't mess with the Cubans. I don't know. I like a quarter people dip. We just need to get the hell out of here and we're going to have positions. New fan and fellow Blazer here. Do you place trades on the stream? Yeah. Everything is done live on stream in front of you. Rewind, go to any other stream or any one of our past streams from last week, this week, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, it doesn't matter. And you'll see them live in front of you. Go watch November. We went undefeated in November. This way I'll know you're definitely not going to see a loss. You have every excuse in the book why not to take a trade. You clearly have no fucking idea what you're doing. I've been trading for 9 years too. You couldn't give me a solid win ratio. I'm not really sure why you're mad at me. That's crazy. You think I'm gonna place a trade because you told me to? No one's going to force any hands here. That's for sure. Hey, I got my perspective. You have yours. Like I said, I hope you win. We don't have to eat at the same table, but I do want you eating. So more power to you, bro. I'm just going to provide value through my own trading and keep it moving. No, sorry, but there's no such kind of pair on Exness. Is Exness a spot broker? Or is that a Forex broker? Maybe you're on a Forex broker. I don't know what Exness is. They've definitely offered me to be an affiliate, but try Stacks. You know, you can dip, and if anyone knows Stacks here personally, tell them we'll send them screenshots of the W whenever we get it. Looking at buys from the second yellow line in the middle. I'm not looking at anything. I'm looking for the price to move from here, and it hasn't moved from here in about a half hour. It's been stuck right here, like right where we are. Look at this shit. This looks like ass and feet, right? So we're stuck in that area for quite a bit right now, and until we get out of there, nothing. Is that why I'm so upset you never took the trades I told you to take? Guess I need therapy. Yeah, possibly. Exodus, a Forex broker. So there you go. That's why they don't have this pair. Not a pair, it's a contract. You get any wins last night from Tokyo session? Yeah, we had over 100. No, we had 96 pips last night for Asian session. They happened at 7:30 and at 7:50 or 7:59, 7:55 p.m. So yeah, we had about 100 pips last night. In the signal channel. But guess what? All just shows up from waiting. Exodus gold is spot gold. So you got to trade XAU USD. It's not futures. Exactly. But like, why switch from Exodus to a broker that, you know, that you can trade futures on and have a better time? Gang, we got 8 minutes here for the hourly closure. It's our 4-hour closure as well. Looking like we're going to close bearish on the 4-hour. Interesting. Which room do we have here? 70 pips. Let's see how this closes. 7 minutes here. If we're able to close like we are right now, it's pretty decent onion. We've made this range down to here, but this is a rejection on the 1 hour to come up. So up until here, right to here, we have a safe ride to come down. About 50 pips. Next hourly is going to need a bottom wick. We look at the 4-hour. If it's really to drive up here, it's going to need a bottom wick off support to come up here. So if it needs a bottom wick, if we open up with a top wick, can we bank on sells to get us that bottom? See, we'll see here in a few minutes. Right. Patience is key in this game. No patience, you don't stand a chance. Very true. How can you stand a chance if you're going to fuck up at the 99.9% of what you do? Right? 99% of what you do is wait and be patient. If that's the only, and if you can't do that, that's 99% of what you do. How the fuck are you going to? Which tool are you using to draw candles while explaining? Zoom annotations. Gold pressure cooker, which is gold gonna pop? Find out next time as Wix turns. Yeah. Just asking about the yellow line in the mid. I didn't say I traded for 9 years. This is my 8th year trading. The other dude said he's been doing this for 9 years. So I don't know. Ask him. But it's irrelevant what I've made. I've made a lot of it on stream. A lot of stream has seen, or a lot of private channel has seen what I've made. Every single loss and win and break even was done on stream over the last half a decade of trading. There's like, you know what, 12, 1,500 live streams, 1,300 live streams. Like, there's a record of every single trade done live in live markets in front of a live audience every day. I don't know, like, I don't know what the problem is. I guess he was just, I don't know what he was upset about. He was upset that for 2 days I didn't have a position. I had a position last night. I had two positions last night for 100 pips. You were there for 2 streams that I didn't take a position, and you're yelling at me. All right, bro. I hope you win. I'm on your side. How much have you made from trading? What's your social? It doesn't matter what people have made, right? Stop comparing dick sizes, bro. Just get yourself. That's irrelevant. The grind is not against any other trader. The hustle is against poverty. I keep telling you this. Your only hustle again is against poverty, right? And your only opponent is the market. No other trader. Not sitting across from any other trader. It's irrelevant. Focus on your opponent in order to defeat your opponent. You focus on bullshit, you're gonna get bullshit. My wick is bigger than yoga, yeah. And then you go pray, and then you're like, yeah, my God's wick, my God has a bigger wick than your God. And it's like, when does this end? Stop this comparison bullshit. Just fucking take care of yourself first, so you can be the light for others and help take care of others. Not enough of us are guiding lights for others, and we should be. There's a lot of lost people out there, a lot of lost souls. Which tool are you using to draw a candle? I've already answered that. Zoom annotations. I answered that a couple of times. Zoom annotations. That's the tool I'm using to draw candles. Skibbity deep beep boop 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 boop. To work out my thing with Mr. Market. That's your real opponent. That's the only one you can beef with. Right? Focus on the market, not on any other trader, because they're not trading against you. The market's trading against you. Like, you don't see, like, you know, a football player. You see Lamar Jackson preparing for a game against Pittsburgh by watching, like, you know, the Rams film. Right, or the New York Giants film, like, that would be stupid, because that's not his opponent. What the fuck's he preparing for? Same thing here. It's got to be Tin Man's burner or something. It's like another 50-yarder right here. Guy's been automatic. Oh, dunk! He dunked it. Off the pole. Missed it. Nice. Miami takes over. The U. He doesn't make sense. Man.
Fuck you and your badass attitude, all your negativity, and all that other shit. Keep that shit to your fucking self. Because on this side, we're fucking positive.
Levy, bruh. We are stuck in a range. We can't get out of it. Rage bait going crazy. Chill out, guys. Let him entertain. Yeah, these ranges are off. 4 hour need a top wick. If this 30 and this 1 hour fell in line at this level, then you can take these limit order buys with the 4 hour needing a top wick here. But will that buy be off of here or off of here? Because you have a level there now. Deep stop. Any trade? Nope. The 4 hour just closed. I said I'm going to be here for a little while. I'm looking for a position, but it's got to set up here. Boredom setting in for some traders. Just don't do so. That's.
Maybe he sells now.
If anything, I'd rather take a buy. This 4 hour needs a top wick before a sell. And once this top wick gets made, I'll happily look for sells. But you see this area right here where the 4 hour drives up from? It can reject from here. It can reject from this 1 hour support. What's throwing me off is this 30. So you can drive all the way down here before pumping up back here. So you typically want this level and this level to align. So somewhere here, they should have both been close. Just like the 1 hour, the 30 should have done. But then, so you've created this more recent range, right? These orders, whatever was here, got wiped out by this, but the hourly closure is still there, right? The hourly's closed above, so you can tap this area, you can tap this area and come up. I'd rather take position off 72 to come up, but like I said, that range is stopping me on the 30. This is one. It's not like there was any play here, right? Do you see how it came up?
Yeah.
It's just clean candle. There was nothing got stuck here. So I'm just skeptical of the range that we've created, right? And the fact that this can clean this out instead of give you that top wick for the 4 hour. The thing is, the orders would have to be here. The limit orders would have to be there, and then you'd have to take on 110 pip stop, which I'm not willing to do. 110 pip stops, I'll hold off. Bless you. Yeah, boredom setting in. Step away. Don't trade. Go away for a candle or two. Go eat. Grab a sandwich. Right? But I'm going to be here for another hour. Yesterday, I sat through Asia, London, New York City without a single trade. My only trade came in power hour, so please be paid. Oh, well, there you go. Like, some people sit throughout the whole day. There's days we sit, you know, we can sit for 2 days, and then in 5 minutes, you get a week's worth of paychecks of monies. You get a week's worth of quarters. Was you only taking 2 trades this whole week? Let's tell you. Dope, dope, dope. Look at that. Look at our level. Like I said, it's the one you were looking off of. Does the 4 hour come up for a top wick off of here, though? Does it come up for a top wick at all? Right? You know what would be awesome, though, is if this can close below now and we get a fake out, and then we can start making our move up for that 4 hour top wick. Maybe this doesn't make a top wick now, right? It gets down to here. Boom. And then we go back up. I just doubt that's going to happen. I think it might just run up here. Good level, 115 pip stop. So, no bueno. You gonna trade waiting for an entry? No. Waiting. Okay, wait. Yeah, this is a great 1 hour low. You see how it held, but I'm not taking this stop here. Ain't gonna happen. What happened? Oh, give me a sec. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna be here for at least another hour. I want to see if we're able to get some positions before we close it out. Santo, see you later. Oh wait, who's dipping? Nate? Oh. What did it give you here? 30 pips. In the middle, buy limit or sell limit, there's no limit or stop on the screen right now. You would see it, it would clearly say. There was a limit order on the screen, you would see something like this. Okay. You would see a stop loss, a TV. You would see the actual money moving. Today, we are at 0. Remember a year ago, I stayed up till 2 a.m. in a trade? That was a crazy day. We had trades that lasted for like 12, 13 hours. But those days are long gone. Days of 10-hour trades and 16 pineapples are long gone. What's the point of yellow line? That's where the market makes a decision. And it's a reference point. Like some people set alerts at levels. I put a line there so I can it's visually appealing, and your brain is able to process this much better. So as I'm doing this, it helps you learn. Right? When I trade on my own, I rarely put these lines there, but as we're doing it here, these are my levels where I expect price to have a reaction. You saw it actually here on the dot, right? As it came down on that 5-minute candle, you see that reaction to the T. Came back up for 30 pips. But it's just not what we're looking for. What I would be happy with is closure back up above this level with a bullish candle. Right? As such. Because at this point, this is the new 4-hour. The 4-hour doesn't have a top wick. So we get this closure, break of highs here, is also the 4-hour break of highs. And we can go look for that 4-hour top wick. Right? After this bottom wick is made. So eventually, if this starts happening, this is what the 4-hour starts looking like. At that point, the 4-hour just looks... Sorry, that's a bit off. Right there. That's what your 4-hour would look like. Into this candle. Right, so what I'm expecting to see is this. But first you need this closure. And then we can look for that. You see how that'll fall in line with the 4-hour, the 1-hour narrative. We have a wick here to fill on the 1-hour. I believe we should. Just, it's up to us getting this closure at this level, because at this point we can still continue on our merry way down. There's no indication that this is going to hold here, right? The only thing we had was the hourly close at that area. Indicates support, but nothing else. The range is steeper than every other time frame. highest lot size I ever used. Last year, I was in a trade for 300 lots. This stupidest time. No, it wasn't 300 lots to open a trade. It was pineapples. It was positions in drawdown that eventually came back up, and the whole point was to close at an average position. So I think we ended up very close to BE on that trade. The worst loss last year was pretty big. But we still killed it. It wasn't last year, it was the year before last year. It was the beginning of last year. Yeah, last year we started at 50K and closed out the year at 220K. So that's basically the beginning to end of the year. I mean, that's just how the year went from beginning to end. Damn, another drop passed. It's crazy. Market's got to make a decision at this area. Bearish or bullish? Give us a candle. Give us a closure. Gonna hit the million. Well, we restarted off 50 again, so hoping to have a better year than last. I needed to make a big withdrawal. I had something for. Well, I need to buy. You still use the pineapple? I still have trades where they're rare and far and few between, but we still take pineapples once in a while. Very rare. I've really gotten away from it because the positions I take, by the time he gets to a pineapple, I'm wrong at that point. So like we've gotten a lot better, a lot sharper in entries where like it's taken away the need for pineapples really. So it's very rare. I use them almost never, and I'm really getting away from it because I'm starting to realize where a position would make sense, and the point it makes sense is not going to need a pineapple. I really got to stop drinking so much water. I'm turning into a damn water cooler. Great, man. Always learning. Yeah, there's no diplomas here because the learning never stops. Remember that. It'll take you forever, take you your whole life, and you'll still never learn everything. You'll always be in a state of growth and optimization. And that's why I say you want to have a growth mindset, not a goals mindset. All right, so we've closed respecting this level on the 15. The next 15 is printing bullish. If we can close bullish here on the 15, hear me out. If we can close bullish here on the 15, and not this weak ass shit that we see right here, but decently bullish, and get a bottom wick and then break that high, we'll have a stop, have some range, right? An advantage point here for this previous candle, about 40 pips to come up. And then we can also expect at that point for this 4 hour to start making the top wick. Man, we broke that low, didn't we? much room is there? Stop here, 37. Interesting. I do believe we're going to head up for that 4-hour top wick. But in what manner, right? I need a closure here. I need this to close. If it doesn't close and it rises up, that's a possibility. It might not close and just reflip bearish. But a closure tells me that price has been able to establish itself above 44.72 for a certain amount of time, for 15 minute, for 3 5-minute candles, not just one of them, right? Holding a stronger position. We can go to that prices, that time frames level, and see where it would be, right? Before you're bouncing into these previous wicks right here, this fill of this candle. So if we get a decent closure, we get a bounce off this support again and a break of the highs. You got to understand what's happening here. This top wick, it was a minor resistance in this area that you're tapping. And if you come down here, but still close above, and then the next candle can bounce off a support to break the resistance it tapped, it's going to fill that next range here, right? You have 38 to the wick over there. That's your advantage point, and then the rest of the range as a runner. But you have to close. You see, if you don't close, it can just rip down at any time. So that's why I don't use the 5. The 5 looks great, but it's only good for about a minute or two, 5 minutes, you know? After that, damn, you came a long way. Haven't seen you stream in 2 years, but good to see you killing it. Trading smarter. Yes, sir. Absolutely. Just flipped here and spring a little. Look what's happening. You haven't had a closure. Be patient. You need a closure. I ask you, do I need a college education to be good at this? Do you recommend any books? I dropped out of college. So I can't tell you what you need, what you don't need. I'm telling you what I've done, and if this knucklehead can do it, you can definitely do it. Iris Reverso, Wick Reverso, Google and Wix is all you need. Scribble. What? Those are above 44.80. Other than that, it's bearish. We have people at the door. Yes, we do. Nate's at the door. He said, I think we have people at the door. Meanwhile, he's the one at the door. What a savage. How about fundamentals is going on today? All right, hold on. Wait, let's pick a language. Or let's stick to the language we've all agreed on. At this moment, I was pretty sure it's English. So, how about fundamentals is going on today? You're asking about fundamental. No matter what happens fundamentally, no matter what happens in the world today, absolutely no matter what happens, it'll be printed here on the charts. You will see candles print. Price will not stop here, and all of a sudden, you know, we're right here. No, anything that's going to happen is going to have a whole, you know, a road to there, a way, a direction. So nothing's going to happen in the world fundamentally without the charts printing it here. So So you get good at reading this, all else becomes irrelevant. And this, right? Fundamentals will tell you where the market's going. Only the charts will tell you when. Only the charts will tell you when it's going. You'll see it print and you'll have indications. You'll have clues. You'll have an edge. Hey man, first time here. W, love the vibe.
Boom shakalaka. He's on fire.
That's amazing. Glad to have you. Thank you. Thank you for coming through. Thank you for coming through. What mistakes that you did when you started that we can learn from? You know, to Tier Clubhouse, you have the same system. Yep. He came from our tree. Used to watch our streams and then blew up. Good job. That's what I've always said, you know, take it and run with it. Done. Used to. When I streamed with Dombo for a long time, he was a viewer there. So like that's an amazing example for you guys. Like somebody picked up on stuff and ran with it. You know? He's great. I love him. I really fuck with TT. I fuck with the Clubhouse, everybody. We even, some of our mods are the same too. We share mods. Show me the chart and I'll tell you the news. Exactly. Bingo. Last night, Donvo was live on YouTube. I didn't know that. I speak to him. First time here too? Hey, gang, if it's anybody's first time, please drop a like and sub to the channel. Sub to the channel, please, and share this stream. I need your help to grow this community. I need your help to grow this account, right? And when we grow, it becomes a community of like-minded traders, like-minded people, because when we share, we sub, and we like who are the YouTube recommends this stream to like-minded people. Right? When you drop a like, when you sub to the channel, when you share it. That's how you build a strong, toxic-free community. So appreciate that. Drop a like, sub to the channel. That's all I ask for. And, in return, I'll show up here and give you the Wix 9 stimmies, aka W's, wins, pips, profits, dollar signs, whatever it is. I show up here to do that, and that's my part. As long as you guys can show up and drop some likes and sub to the channel. Dana. Let's fucking go. Why? What do you think about silver?
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
I mean, it moves very similar to gold from what I know, but I just don't trade it. I don't need it. You don't need more than one pair, one such one trade. You don't need much more. Like I always say, up to you. It's always redundant. It's redundant at this point, right? It's up to you how difficult or how simple you want to make this on yourself. What we do is already pretty hard. Right? Simplify it and get really good at this one thing, one specific thing, and you're going to be valued. Right? You'll bring value to the table. Get really good at one thing. Right? No point of being a jack of all trades. We want to be the king of one. Right? We want to be the king of gold. Are you in this trade? I don't know what trade you're talking about. Is there a signal I don't know about? I'm not in a trade. I'm not in a position. I don't have a sell. I don't have a buy. I have just been waiting here for the past 24 hours for a position. And so it's been, right? Last night at 7:30 and 7:50, we had positions, put 100 pips. And since then, I have not taken a single trade. I've looked at the markets. We've looked at the charts. We had NYC Open was a possible position today. In hindsight, I wish I took it. I didn't have a lot of time. I just hopped onto the charts. I didn't have a lot of time to really go through everything and analyze everything. But shoulda, woulda, coulda. Hindsight's always 20/20, and it doesn't mean you switch up. You don't go chasing shadows. You don't go switching into the new strategies or doing things you don't usually do because they're not sample size. You don't have data on it, right? Why would I trade something I don't have data on when something that I do have data on shows up very often? So impatient. You're gonna be really hating yourself for taking positions impulsively when you're not gonna hate yourself until your trade shows up. But when it does show up, you're going to be miserable because you're going to know, you alone are going to sit there and know that, damn it, I should have waited for this instead of being in that bullshit an hour ago. Why didn't I just sit here, wait for an extra candle or an extra 2 candles? Not worth it. Take your position. So you're not building winning habits that way, and long term that'll hurt you because habits are hard to get rid of. And if you build losing habits, you're setting yourself up for a big detour in this long journey. It loses relatively the same, but gold is a very technical pair. We like it because of how technical it is, and like it's got a lot of volume. It's very volatile. It's got a lot of catalysts to move it. Right? It's great. It's been great. You don't need more. If you want, you absolutely go ahead. You want to trade every other pair, do your thing, boo. But in reality, you don't need more. GG, see you tomorrow later, Daniel. Have a good night. Appreciate you. Wait, 29.3K? No, wait. Did we get to 29? You guys are fucking amazing. I love you. One step closer to 30K subs. We're going to do a 24-hour stream at 50K subs. Right? For 24 hours here. But we got to get to 50K subs. Let me see. We really get it. Oh, you guys are incredible. Thank you. I can't tell you how much I appreciate the support lately. Like, yeah, over the last couple of months, we've grown exponentially, right? The clubhouse has grown, the free community's grown. Gave me a sub. Times. Appreciate it. I do. I mean, I'm here, right? This is why I stream. I want you guys here. I want to pass down the value. I've already said this before. You don't see a U-Haul behind a hearse for a reason, right? You can't take shit with you. So try to leave as much as you can on the field, right? Try to impact as many lives as you can. And a friend once told me, like, the first thing he does when he came up was not to stun on everybody, but he reached back down with his hand and bring others up. And since then, that's been my motto. Every time you come up a step, you reach back down and make sure that others are coming up with you. Free sub isn't comparable to what you provide, so win-win. Yeah, absolutely. I'll show up. I'll provide value. I'll provide the W's, and all I ask for is please sub and share the stream to get the word out there, because I want to look like a superhero in my kids' eyes when I have a YouTube button, right? I mean, it might not mean much, but to my kids, it'll mean the world. And to them, to them, it's amazement. Like, so they're amazed I do this in general, but like, it's just to them, like in the kids' world, in little kids' world, in their circle of friends, it's like, it would make me God. I'm just being honest. It would make me like Zeus. You know what I mean? In their eyes, Dad's got a YouTube button. You know what I mean? So that is my biggest flex. Like, not a flex, but like my biggest desire. That's what I want to be in my kids' eye, and I'm sure I'm already that. But like, that would be just incredible. And I love doing what I do. So like, from all angles, it's a win-win, and that's why I don't mind asking for your subs, for your likes, because like, why not? I show up to other people's streams and sometimes forget to drop a like or a sub until they mention it, and then I'm like, oh yeah, you're right. Is there activation fee for top 1 futures, and what's their consistency? If you don't mind me, there's no activation fee. And depending on the account, it's going to be either 20% or 15%. What else? I've been watching you from past 2 in the morning. LOL, I live in South Africa. It's 5:30 a.m. in the morning now. Well, damn, you just spent the whole night watching me. We didn't take a trade. That happens. That also happens. Where can I find your motivational speech and music? It's pretty cool. I thought you made it with AI. No, I recorded it. I actually wrote the whole thing myself. And then it took me longer to figure out what background track to use for it. And then I've searched far and wide, right? And I found something that's pretty dope. And it took me two times to read it, right? I wrote it, and then I read it once, The second time I read it, I recorded it and it worked out. And then I put the music, I overlaid it with the music, and it fucking worked out without me. I did like 2 edits, 2 cuts, and so I just did it. It took me a few hours to actually do everything, but it took me like a week to write everything. So now you took trades, though. Yeah, if you want the speech itself, I'm in the process of working on a intro, a visual for it. So we'll see, and maybe maybe I'll put it out as a separate audio for motivational purposes, I guess. But it's a good audio. Well, we're talking about the same thing, right? You're talking about this.
This is a story about life, about struggle, about success. Not just...
Yeah, if that's what you're talking about. I have a separate audio file for that. A bunch of people have asked me for that. Motivation, but man, make something a habit, you won't need motivation. Right? You make this shit a habit, you make winning habits, which take a month to develop, 3 weeks, right? You make something a habit, you don't need motivation from nobody. Not my speech. I said not Gary V, not fucking Top G, you don't need nothing. Go and do it. Moroccan community? Okay. W. Any Somalis in here? Minnesota wants their fucking insurance money back. Folks, you interested in sell stops at the break of the lows? I am not. No. I just believe we're going to fill this wick here. Because the 4-hour opened up. Hell, it's holding this little minor support and still has not come up for a top wick. Right? This is the 4-hour. The hourly still has not come up for a top wick. It's just kind of dropped. So I think this wick to the left is a wick to fill. The issue is I don't want entries up there. I want entries somewhere down here. So I'm waiting on this 15 to close, because if we can close back in range, I printed this very thing that's happening right now. I drew it up for you guys like before this hourly even closed. All right, we get a fake out here. Come on. 15 fake out. 30 holds the level, closes above it. Closes bearish, closes above it. The hourly, we start re-breaking these highs. You're headed towards the hourly flip, which is also the 4-hour flip. And the 4-hour, before it comes down, if it's going to come down and you're in the wrong, it needs a top wick. If it's going to come up, then you're going to be right and you don't have to worry about being wrong. But if you're wrong, it'll give you that top wick before heading down. Look where these top wicks top out at, right? Probably your lowest common denominator right there. So that's where you're looking. Take the trade to 44.85 flat. Just got to be patient, you know? It's got to print. And like, I don't know, it's a 4-hour candle right now. So you think about this. This 4-hour can actually do that. Instead of the 15 or the 30, you could see the 4-hour do that fake out. And then 2 a.m., right? Right now, from now till 2 a.m., you're getting all this. And then the 4-hour looks like this eventually. And then 2 a.m. hits. Boom, back up above range. Probably the smaller time frames trickled up in here. And you're looking to retest the highs, right? So it can happen here on any time frame. The key is to be patient. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. Time frames don't align. If the stories they tell are not the same, right? If you're reading 2 different books on 2 different time frames, no good, right? You need to be reading maybe 2 different chapters of the same book, then it makes sense, right? Because the story you can start piecing together the story. But wait, 2 different books? No. Wait, do we have music? Where's the music? Oh, I just turned it down. That's why. Sorry. Yeah, I'm going to be here for at least another 20 minutes, see this hourly through. Maybe we can get a position here on the 15. We'll see how this plays out right now. I'm looking for this 4-hour to come up, make a top wick. Damn, I rolled a joint earlier and touched my eye. Now my eyes are... Ain't that a bitch? So you have a fake out of sorts here, maybe a hold of support, I guess, but looking like a fake out. I would love for this to close bullish here so we can retest the highs, but if we start breaking down here, it's just gonna take a lot longer for anything to happen. Just get in, subscribed, and like the page. I also shared it to fam and friends. Man, I appreciate you. Like, you perfect, ideal kind of viewer, right? When you're a streamer, hit it to everybody he knows. Proud of it because he knows his value here, and he's supporting. Thank you, thank you. Talking about anticipation from the rehab facility with Sam Adams, but okay. Best motivation watching Wick Shorts. Not wrong. You are not wrong. I'm sleeping and listening to when you're going to take an entry. Oh, people do that in the morning. People be sleeping in the morning in bed with a headphone in. And whenever they're like, I'm going to have a buy stop here or a buy limited. All right. They jump up, they put it, and then they lay back down to see, all right, we're activated. All right, let me pay attention. Nah, I just faked this, but let's see. Price just making lower highs, lower lows. Yeah. Remember when the chat would vibe to music? Yeah, back when I get YouTube strikes for playing copywritten shit, of course. 5 years ago. Hey, I'm about to go to bed. I'm trying to sleep an hour earlier this year. Thank you for all the knowledge. Good night. Later, Mom Bucks. Appreciate you showing up. Really loyal and dedicated people in here. I've been seeing the same names for months already now. Weeks, months. So. Like the bulls here. You see people have split opinions here. Somebody likes to sell, somebody likes the buys here. I would like to wait and let the market tell me. Give me an indication. Let's see what this 15 does. Maybe we get a nice celery play, right? If the 15 can close weak bullish here. What would be even better if the 30 can close like this, like it is right now. But we got a lot of time for the 30, right? 17 minutes, because then that's the hourly closing below, and that's also the 30 leaving us with a celery play. And if that's the case, man, break of the previous hourly low or break of the previous 15-30 candle would take you down to the bottom of the range here. 50 pips. I love the wait here. Hey, it might end up where we don't take a trade. And you got to be okay with it. I was okay with it last night. I'm going to be okay with it here. Happens. Such things happen. Give me a second. Let me wash my eye because I can't get. Got something in my eye, chat, and it's not what you think. Can't believe you ate that and didn't share with him. Watch it will come down now that he left the chart. No, we're not missing anything. Even if it comes down, there's nothing's gonna happen here. Like I said, we're not gonna force any hands here. Nothing's gonna happen without a closure. The funny thing is, look, the 15 just closed back up in range. Right? So you can't look for that celery play on the 30 to come down. Now you need a 30 closure, bullish closure here. And the way it looks right now would be an ideal closure. Just with a little top wick, and then we can look to retest the highs here. We're back up above that hourly level, right? Right above here. And that could take us up for the 4-hour bullish flip, which we would love. But Like I said, I need a closure. If this just starts riding up here, it does me no good. And any kind of entry on the break at a 4-hour high would set you up for a stop loss for over 100 pips, which is something I'm not going to sign up for tonight. If you take a trade on stream, does it also go to the signal group? Yep, it's automatic. Anything that I do in my terminal is automatically sent over. Right? There's a bot that like it tracks any kind of movement. I move my stop, it automatically sends that over to the signals in the Discord, to the signals community. If I move my stops, if I set a pending order, if I take a market order, if I close partials, it'll tell you how many partials I close. You know, it does everything. Can you explain what a celery play is? I hear that a lot between you and Don. Yeah, because me and Don created it. Celery play is just the break of a bearish candle by a bullish candle at a support, and vice versa. The break of a bearish candle by the break of a bullish candle by a bearish candle at resistance. Right? Break of a bearish candle there by a bullish candle right here at support. Okay. Break of a bullish candle by a bearish candle at resistance. This is a celery play. Now, this is an onion, bullish closure at support, and then a bullish candle breaking the high of a bullish candle close. Support is an onion. Okay? Very simple. So this isn't a celery, right? Because you're coming up here and you're having a bullish break of a bearish candle at resistance, and you're still at resistance. You can't break a bearish candle by a bullish candle at resistance, right? You'd have to be above resistance, which would make that so then it would make this a support. So if this was like this is a celery play come up. But since it's not, since it's like this, there's no celery play there. Oh, what do you mean? 15 not good enough here? No, of course it's not good enough here. We just opened up. It's a weak ass candle, right? It did not engulf the previous candle. It didn't close much stronger, clearly stronger than this candle. It closed in this arbitrary area. We don't know if we're above or below because we can adjust this level to here and where it could be below. It could be below. Right, we can bring it here. It looks like it closed back up in range. So it's very arbitrary, but it really depends how you draw this line here. Go off this candle, where are we drawing off of this candle? Like this, it looks like any break at the lows would be a celery play, right? But this fucking 4-hour doesn't have a top wick, so at any moment, even though it looks like a celery play, it could fucking pump up. So I'm gonna wait on this 30 closure. I'm gonna wait on that bottom wick to come down, fail, not break this low, and then if we can break the high, I will be in there like swimwear. We will be all over that trade like shit on Velcro. You understand me? But right now we must wait, or I must wait. Long scenario still valid. Yes, the charts are rage baiting. Yep, like the homie in the chat earlier. On it like a carbonite. Yeah, sure. Why is it called an onion? That's the name we gave it. Is there like a specific time where it's ideal to wait for celery rather than just taking an initial candle that closed above below? Well, ideally you want a high volume time, right? Market open, market close, pre-open, NYC open, London close, you know what I mean? You want it at a high volume time. So you have to have an understanding of what a high volume time is, or when a high volume time actually is. Waiting is the hardest skill in trading. I streamed for 4 hours this morning and for 3 hours this evening right now and have not taken a trade today. 7 hours on the charts. I have not taken a trade. I saw one good position and I wasn't part of it. One good position. The only other good position we never got to, right? We had these buy limits here earlier in the session. The market never got there. But yeah, this morning NYC open right here, this 30 flip, that was the only thing that I saw in the entire day, and that gave you 125 pips. Well, you've been trading around, this is my 8th year. How often you go live? Like now, we go live like now every single day, twice a day. So we were live this morning. We were live tonight, right now, this evening at 8 p.m. And every morning and every evening, 8 p.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Eastern. Right? Every New York session, 8 a.m. Eastern. Every Asian session, 8 p.m. Eastern. We are live. And we do this. This chop sucks, and I just know when we get out of it, we're gonna get good positions. But right now, this chop sucks. You trade Saturday and Sunday?
Think about that. That's just dumb.
So, okay. Maybe not that dumb. We do trade Sunday. Sunday is the private session. So anyone in the Signals community, every Sunday we host the weekly market open. The Sunday Asian session is a private session for everyone in the Signals community. So if you're part of that, they show up. It's a private session. It's on YouTube, but it's unlisted. And it's for everyone in the Signals. We usually get some trades in for the weekly open. And we also do giveaways. So every single Sunday, I give away at least a 50K account, right? Sunday before last, I gave away a 100K account, but usually we do a lot of giveaways here on stream. We're going to start the giveaways here again, probably closer to the end of January. I'll start giving away, I want to give away $1 million in funding this month. So we'll start closer to the end of January, maybe after the 15th. Right, a couple of weeks in, when market starts to get going, we'll start doing a lot of giveaways, and I'm planning to give away about $1 million in funding accounts this month before the month is up, and that's going to be in the last like 2 weeks of the month. And everyone in the Signal channel, like people have in there have won 3 times for it, because it's a more intimate session. And it's a free-for-all, right? That's why it's called the Sunday Unfiltered, because you guys, I open up the mics, I open up the cams, everybody can talk, everybody can just be on, and it's a discussion, and we trade, we win, and we do the giveaways. But it's only for the Signal channel, and it's every Sunday for the weekly market open. 8 p.m. Eastern on Sundays. So you're right, we do trade on Sunday. No, markets are not open on Saturdays. Our motto is, if the banks are open, we'll fucking be there. How many peeps on the Signal channel? Quite a few. Quite a few. A bunch of them are here. Damn, how is Miami down now? I didn't even see it was 19-17. Couple of field goals? It's the 4th quarter. Step it up, fellas. 5 minutes here for this 1 hour closure. Four hour never gave that top wick, huh? But the 1 hour is holding here. Yeah, this might be a no trade day. The reason I say that, because if this is a weak candle, right? If we're not able to kind of blast up above this area here, what happens is the trade can still work out. It still would be a solid trade, but we might not have enough volume to run. Right, we might have to wait for pre-London, at which point it can kind of bounce around here, right? You might get in and it'll print a little range here in this area. So this is when you see things like Right, it'll come up and then close back in range. You'll get this. And then you'll need that bullish closure above the resistance you just created, right? Above this area. And once you get that, then it's good to go. But by that time, it's already, you know, if it's 11, 12, 1. So this is, you know, 2 a.m. new 4-hour candle already taking you into there. Oh, touchdown, Miami. Let's fucking go. We're ahead. 23-19. Let's get this 2-point conversion. 2.2. No, you're going for 1? All right, go for 1. It's okay. Wife called. Got to go now. Ciao, fellas. Miami's about to score. Yeah, man, Reggie, you told me right in the nick of time. This guy always, like, Reggie's like a great friend to have. Like in real life, if you want friends and you're like, man, my friends are shit. Reggie's like the friend you want to have. Would there be an opportunity for a sell if the 15-minute takes the top wick? When did you ask this? That was at 10. That was an hour ago. Sorry, I didn't see that. Or maybe, did I answer that? I might have answered that. I just don't remember. I feel like I answered that. Miami touchdown. Amazing. It's a good touchdown, too. That's a really good play. Look at all this blocking that they did. Bang! Bang! Right through. Like, that shouldn't be a touchdown, but, like, they got him in there. We should move here.
Bullets here.
Yeah, it's. Where are you watching the game? Are you watching this in anywhere in a bar? No. Probably.
Nah.
Imagine
I'm watching it here at home.
That'd be crazy. To be loud as hell. I was gonna say, let us hear it. They're probably going loud as hell.
Yeah.
You ever look at silver?
It's definitely a no for me, dog.
No, I don't look at silver. It just moves similarly, I guess, but I don't look at it. You don't need it. It's just one pair. I look at gold only, and we try to be the kings of that. Thank you, just matching the vibes of all the great people here. Absolutely. Yeah, TD Miami. Oh man, this is the greasy time, man. All the sweat. This is for all the marbles right here. The winner goes to the national championship. And it's still a lot of time. Like, Miami could literally stop them here, and they'll get another chance or two. All right, we have 90 seconds here for this closure. I would prefer us close above this line, above here. I would really prefer the closure above there. Doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. But I would just prefer it. All right, you see these levels across the board? These levels could still bring you down here. It doesn't look. We're in this like little no man's land between 72 and 74. These little 20 pips, and I don't want to get caught in here. This area could definitely bring us down. Gonna make our job much easier here right now. So if the 1 hour can close below here, can we look for a seller replay? No closure below. We closed right at it, didn't we? I mean, did the 1 hour respect support here? Did the 30 respect resistance here? Which one is it? You know what I mean? It's just very indecisive on that closure. It's not clear anything. Are we above it? Are we below it? We're right at it. Right, it looks from this angle, it looks like the 1 hour held support. from this angle, it looks like the 30 held resistance, and this we're just making a top wick to come down. I'm gonna call it a session. I'm gonna let it get out of this chop, and we'll have positions. If we start breaking down here towards 56, I might look for some pineapples. But at this point already, the 4 hour has closed bearish. If we don't make a top wick and we start heading down here, I can look for pineapples. If it makes a top wick and then heads down, you don't want to be taking buys against the bearish 4 hours, so it's going to be more waiting involved. I'm going to call it here. Yeah, past the business hours. It just doesn't make sense if nothing makes sense here. The only thing that does make sense is if this 30 is actually holding resistance. If you interpret it as holding resistance, then the break of this low is a celery play, right? And the break of that low is a celery play. You have 30 pips of range and you have a 56 pip stop. What happened? Is he bugging out? Leave him alone. Hold on a second. All right, my dog's going crazy. My daughter's going crazy. You want to say hi? Say hi. Wave. They don't see you. It's right there. My teenager. Oh. Throw your face in real quick. Be like, hey, whoopsie. Remember that guy in Mortal Kombat? You'd be fighting, and he would just show up and like, whoopsie. Remember that guy? Huh?
He ran at me.
He ran at you? All right. And you guys usually don't see her. You guys usually see my younger two, but that's the teenager here. Damn, come on, Miami. What are they doing? Flag? I'm new here. What's a pineapple? It's just adding a position in drawdown to your position. Please, before you guys dip, drop a like, sub to the channel, please, and share the stream. That's the only thing I ask of you. Please, it's a big help to me. It helps me grow the community, grow this channel, and provide more and more value and more fun things, more fun experiences, add more fun things to the stream. We're going to do, once we get to 50K subs, we're going to do a 24-hour stream. Once we get to 100K subs, we're doing a IRL stream. We're going to do trading all day, real, with a live studio audience. Yo, stop him. Sorry, the quarterback just took off again for Ole Miss. Anyway, yeah, so we're gonna have a lot of fun as we grow this channel and this community, but we need to grow, and this way it motivates me, it incentivizes me to provide more and more value and make it more fun and interesting, and teach in such a way where you guys would remember this forever. Forever ever? Man, these shorts are not looking bad. But guess what? The 4 hours still doesn't have a top wick. Stop here. Damn, I like this. I might have a position here. But this I don't like. Nah, fuck it. I'm not messing with it tonight. I really like this. But for some reason, this hourly right here, right? It did not close below that most recent. I don't want to fake myself out. But it did close bearish. Hey gang, I'm gonna take this. I like this. Like it or not, you're coming with me. All right, 69. 6. I'm looking for this wick. 66. 7. 6. 7. Yeah, if we re-break the highs here, I might just call it. I really like this celery. We do a giveaway every Sunday in the signals. Yes, we do every single. Oh, that's right, Jared. What happened? They scored a touchdown. This sucks, man. Miami's got to come down for a touchdown now. Don't get itchy trigger fingers. No, it's just about what I like, what I don't like. Yeah, I'm gonna call it here. I was just about to say I'm gonna call it here. This fucking thing decides to drop down. Come on, break the high so I can get out of here. Break the low so I can get out of here. It should have pushed. It should have pushed off a top wick. We want the market to drive with volume. It's just a lack of volume. Yeah, I'll see how we start coming down here, but this break a high should kind of end that for us. I'm very discouraged in the way it looks like right now in general. Okay, let's. I'm gonna call it a session here. I think we should have tapped this area and just slingshot it down, but since it's not happening, we're coming back here. I'm gonna close it. I'll wait for us to get out of here. I honestly, here's what I would like to do. Okay, because like for the last couple of weeks and throughout the entire Christmas vacation, the holiday break, and New Year's, I've streamed. I'm probably one of the only streamers that streamed the entire holiday break, winter break. And I went above and beyond just in terms of my streaming hours and, you know, sending signals midday, 2 p.m., sending signals like 1 a.m., 2 a.m., middle of the night. And I'm just worn out. I am really tired. So honestly, Signal Channel, it's like, yeah, there might be positions later on, but I think I'm going to go crash. I'm going to walk the dog and I just want to crash because I am so tired. So we might just bring this into New York. If I see something setting up, I'll probably type in there, hey, lock in Signal Channel. I see something coming up here. But I need my full mental clarity. And this point, the charts are just starting to flow together from just so much time on there and no rest. Yeah, I think I'm going to just go get some rest. And I will see you guys here tomorrow morning for New York session for our final session of the week. No Asian tomorrow because obviously the market's closed. It's the weekend, but we'll look to close out strong tomorrow morning. A lot of red folders, a lot of catalysts for volume. We should see a lot of volume, right? The market should move. We might see some whipsaws, multiple red folders, remember. But once it settles down, we'll be all over it, right? Like white on rice, like shit on Velcro, like something on top of a something. But yeah, I'm gonna call it here. Zoom gang, see you guys in the morning. You know, this is good. This is good for your.
Have a good night, man.
Have a good night. It's a good skill, good habit to build, right? Waiting patiently, it'll never steer you wrong. Be patient. Like a well-oiled Diddy party, exactly. We need to work like a well-oiled machine, but I like to say, well, this needs to operate like a well-oiled Diddy party. Yep, see, it looks like it's heading towards the break of the highs, at which point I would close anyway. Do we have to pay for Signal? Of course. Signals is a paid community. It's a private community, private channels, private chats, private Zooms, private streams, and obviously the Signal channel, the Signal community, and then there's also the giveaways and delay free, no delay access to the Zooms, so you don't have to sit through the YouTube delay. You get no delay feed through the Zoom. Like a well-oiled Diddy party, bro. So yeah, and it's under $100 a month. Usually one trade will pay for that, as long as we're having a great month. You get what you pay for in the signals all year, and 1 to 2 trades, it's worth it. W. Thank you, Reggie. Get that. 27 Ole Miss, 24 Miami. I know, I'm watching the game. It's fucking wild. Hey, no, we're at 27.3K subs, but you guys have been amazing, incredible in terms of your support. I truly appreciate it. I'm going to do my best to provide more and more value and answer as many questions as possible. I try really hard to read as many messages from the chat as possible, because you guys show up here, you have questions, you don't want to go through it like me. Remember, I had a question about charts. I would email somebody, 3 weeks later, I would get a reply, looks good. Like, what kind of fucking reply is that, even if you reply it to me right away? Right? I learned nothing from looks good. But also, you would reply 3 weeks later. Now, you're here. You know what I mean? You get to ask questions for free. What a ripoff? You know what a ripoff is? A ripoff is when I give it away for basically free, under $100 a month, and there's stupid amount of mortgages paid through there, right? So help yourself, bro. You know, before you judge, help yourself. Invest in yourself, and maybe it'll help you. It'll work for you. I've bought multiple Honda hubcaps with my trading, bro. I've bought multiple hubcaps for my Toyota Corolla and for everyone else. That $100 what a ripoff, bro. Yeah, if $100 is what supports you for an entire month, it might be a ripoff, but it doesn't. So, you know, don't be don't be ugly. Are you gonna trade now? No trade. Doesn't look like we're gonna get in position here. I really want to call it a session here. We almost rebroke that high, didn't we? You should see all the discords. All good. If we don't have as big of an account as you, can we follow your signal, skate down, only do micros? Okay, plenty of people do that. You know, the whole point is what you learn and where the positions are taken. If anything, you just adjust to the actual price that's on your chart. But I would recommend trading the same chart as I do. Anyway, so I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. If you can't make it, go join the signals, because everything that we do on stream or before stream or after stream throughout the day will be posted in the signals. But other than that, I'll see you guys in the stream. Let's look to end the week strong. And Zoom gang, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Signal channel, I really want some rest, so I doubt there's any signals. But if we do set up and I see it on the charts, I promise you, I'll tell you guys to lock in and we'll take a position in the signals. Mods, thank you as always for helping me run the stream. I appreciate all the new members here, all the new viewers. It's just the support is great. We're growing, and love you guys. Thank you for showing up, and thank you for validating what I say and giving it value and credence. And I'm glad you guys are sponges and you find value in it. I will see you guys mañana. Chat, love and wisdom to you all. Hasta la pasta. As for me, my time here is up, and just like that, another Asian session is in the books. Get some rest, gang. It's been a long stream, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Careful here. You got 20 seconds for this 15 closing. I see the celery, but you got 20 seconds for this 15 to close. 10 seconds. It might close with no bottom wick here. It might close with no bottom wick. Make your life much easier. Everybody go home at that point. And oh, I think it gave you that wick. Did it? No, it closed like shit. Very small wick. How much? You have a one. It gave you a 1 pip wick. All right, chat. Yeah, there's nothing going on here. Have a good night. See you guys tomorrow. Later. Still running. We're gonna do a little buzzer beater here. We're gonna attempt this for a buzzer beater. I know there's a few people watching. We're gonna attempt a small buzzer beater here. Crazy game, yeah. Watching. He came back. Yeah. I'm attempting this little buzzer beater. It looked like it was gonna get it done there. Tapped that area, pulled back, and then as it pulled back, oh, we fucking flipped bullish here. So I've done this twice already. There's been 2 times where I've come back to try to get a buzzer beater this week, and it just does not want to cooperate. So this initial drive, we saw it coming down here, and I waited for that to bounce back up so it can then break with momentum, and it bounced, came back here, and did not break. $23 left. Wait, hold on. 2nd and goal. How did I miss this? On what yard line are they? It's 2nd and goal where? Off what? Yeah, it looks like it's coming up here. Gang, let's call it here. We tried, we attempted, didn't work. We'll take this into the signal channel if something sets up. But other than that, have a good night, everybody. See you guys tomorrow morning for New York session. Later. Touchdown! Fucking touchdown! Miami scored! Fucking touchdown! Let's go! Let's go, gang! Let's go! Now we could sign off. Have a good night, everybody. Yes! Yes! See you in the national championship. Let's go, baby. Let's go. The U. Good night, everybody. Yo, I see the 350 likes that was left today. Amazing. Incredible, gang. Thank you. Good night. Bro, just leave already. Sign off. Damn. Good night.